First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rekah Kadash, and the bonds to those great millstone, while lunch is truth. And also to those elect that is scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom. And come back here today with another great and powerful lesson to the spirit and the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So the title of the lesson is Measure Thou the Time. So I like to say Shalom to all our listeners. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today's lesson, let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and verse 8. The prophet that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Verse 9, the prophet which prophesies of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord had truly sent him. So we're seeing that the prophets are on the highways and byways, constantly making these video epistles each and every day, constantly warning you all these different global events, all of the signs of the times are here. What are they warning you about? They're warning you about a evil time, Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. Also, they will warning you about the MOTB, that grain of rice. You will not be able to buy or sell without taking it in your right hand or into your forehead. You know, that digital society that they get ready to come out with, this beast banking. So we're warning you of this. We warning you about civil war. Also, we warning you about World War III. You know what I'm saying? The last and final war, right before the great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Even though we sound like a broken record, but these are the times that we're living in. And one thing about it that, the Lord want us to be repetition. Constantly said, the Lord said, warn them from me. That's what we're doing each and every day through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. These are not our words. These are the words of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, the one that sent us, whether you were here or whether you will forbear. You're not bucking up against us. You're bucking up against your true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. He is on the way. The Lord is coming. We constantly warn you left and right. So we know, and also we are warning you about all sorts of different global events, all sorts of calamities, all sorts of things that's coming down the pipeline, a perilous time. Also in California, in the news, they're having a massive flooding in Southern California on the West Coast. So it's a bad storm that's going on over there as we speak. So a lot of people have power outages. You know, a lot of people are displaced. You know, a lot of flooding is going on. So we're watching that over there right now. We are measuring the time diligently. Also, we knowing that what's going on over there, constantly going on in the so-called Middle East over there, in Western Asia, so we seeing that things are constantly intensifying over there. And also Putin had made a statement that, said he can destroy America, Babylon the Great in 1 hour. So we already knowing that the Lord is putting the hooks in Russia's jaw. And we knowing that Russia is going to be the guard to the other nation. So we knowing that that's why America has not really attacked Iran, but they knowing that Iran has financed these Houthi rebels. And one thing about, we're measuring the time digitally. We seeing that these things are happening right before our eyes. We knowing that also in the news that Iraq no longer wants to sell oil in dollars. So we already knowing that we almost at the end of the dollar, this great economic collapse. So we knowing that they get ready to bring forth their agenda, their plan. We already know what that is. NWO, they want total control, going into buying and selling once again. We knowing that the biometrics, all these things are coming into play. And also in the news, they saying that they're getting ready to make homelessness illegal. So if anyone that is homeless, they're getting ready to take you off the street and put you in jail or even give you a fine. So we already know it. We're not ignorant of Satan's device. We already know they're trying to get all these homeless people off the street because they already know how to survive when this time of trouble come upon us. Jacob's trouble is at the door, the hour of temptation. So we already knowing that we're not ignorant of their devices, their plan, their mindset. We knowing that they get ready to bring it forth very soon. So we knowing they're they're getting closer and closer. They're gradually bringing it in. The Lord is moving the chess pieces around. We knowing that what the devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath that would call what order out of chaos. And also we knowing that food prices and also gas prices are constantly rising gradually and gradually, hyperinflation. So they get ready to bring forth that order out of chaos. They want all hell to break loose and bring forth the solution, which in fact is the what? The new world order. So we knowing that we're here, it is at the door. So a lot of things are getting ready to take place. Also, we knowing that that MOTB, that grain of rice, all roads lead to that. That's their ultimate goal. But one thing about it, the Lord is getting ready to what? To interrupt their enterprise. They will not be able to perform the enterprise. The Lord is getting ready to cut all these nations down and establish the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. So we knowing that we're very close to this time. So, so I have a video that I think Amawad Gabar, I think that's his name, the elder out of New York. He put out earlier that this guy had a scenario to what to look for the mark of the beast. But the problem, we already have been warning you left and right what to look for. It's that grain of rice. One thing about it's already been prophesied. It's saying about these migrants are going to be take it first. But one thing about we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, we know that it's going to be a global event. Everyone on the planet is getting ready to make a decision. How you be a part of this system, or they're going to place you in these FEMA camps and put you to death. But one thing about it, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, the elect will not be harmed. The Lord said he will protect us. He will provide for us in these times of trouble. So we seeing that the prophecy had been prophesied. The spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. So we seeing that right now, we are standing on our watch and constantly it's high time to prophesy, and also it's high time to awake out of sleep because these prophecies are jumping off the page. We are here, it is at the door. We seeing, it's at the door. So we got to be what? Redeem the time. What? Watch, pray. Knowing what time that we're living in, because we're seeing that we're living in the end time, real time. So we knowing that we're here, man. The Lord is getting ready to do a mighty work. So, and also we knowing that, hey, World War III is constantly picking up. We knowing that things are getting ready to get critical. Also what? Civil war in our own backyard. Any given day, something could all hell could break loose. So we read at the breaking point. So that's why we got to be prayed up. One thing about examine ourselves. Make sure that we're in the faith. We're lacking faith. Ask the Lord to give us an increase. Ask the Lord to have mercy upon us. Ask the Lord, to direct our step each and every day. If the Lord is dealing with you, if you're part of the hopeful elect, that's what we're hoping for each and every day. So one thing about it, the just shall live by faith and not by sight. And one thing about it, it's getting ready to get very bad. It's getting ready to get a mean dog bad. I mean, real, real bad. Perilous time are upon us. It is fast approaching. It is right in our face. And a lot of people are still asleep. Still talking about what? The Super Bowl. Talking about, I'm going to get married, so-and-so, so-and-so. One thing about it, hey, those are all good things, but one thing about we're at the end. If you're not seeking the Lord, you're getting ready to die. It's plain and simple. One thing about it, they hate him that rebukes at the gate. Who is that? The prophet that constantly prophesied, telling you about what? Telling you about what? War. Telling you about evil. Telling you about pestilence. We telling you about what? Food short. We telling you about this they could come out with any type of pandemic at any given time. Also, lockdowns and mandates. All these things are getting ready to come upon it. Also, these hokey pokey. Hey, a lot of things are coming. So, hey, keep your eyes on the prize, which in fact is the kingdom of heaven that dwells in right. We know that our salvation is at the door. And also what? UFO sightings are all across the world. Things are constantly increasing. And one thing about the Lord is what? Accelerating time. The Lord said for the elect's sake, those days shall be short. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is Measure Thou the Time. So I have a few short videos, and after the videos, we'll start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified.
The immigrants illegally coming to this country is going to lead into the mark of the beast for the American citizens. And I'll explain to you why. Just remember who built the wall, and I've always said this from the beginning. That wall was never to keep them out. It was to keep us in. In order to fix a crisis, you have to create a crisis. Trump said on his first day back, he's going to have the largest deportation in the history of America. Now that the illegal immigrants are all throughout the country, how are you going to be able to monitor and make sure that they're out? This is where they are going to implement a system that is going to watch Americans and watch the illegals. First, it will start off by marking all the illegals, but the sole purpose was always designed to mark the Americans. They would never be able to convince or force us to do that. But again, if you create a crisis and you use it against the illegals and the system is up and running, eventually it will be pushed on the American citizens. And it could start off being used with people with DUIs, sex offenders, etc. And from there, it will continue to grow in this country, and they will use it where they see fit. And eventually, it will be used throughout the United States. And that is exactly how they will force the mark on the American citizens and get away with it without question. How can a man lose an election that was rigged and come back and win an election? He lost his re-election. They had to sucker you in. He had to set up all his stuff prior, his to plant the seed in your head, and then they put an imbecile in the office that would make anybody look good. The whole United States is for Trump. He will win because it's rigged, and when he comes in, the change is not only in America, it's going to be throughout the world, is going to bring about the New World Order, the Great Reset, the beast system. You mark my words, this technology, when he becomes president, will be used on the illegals, and then it will be used on the American citizens. They are using our freedom against us. Our freedom is our downfall. There's too much, and we will be punished because of what they allow to happen at the borders. Do not take the mark. Accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Stop scrolling. I want you to look at this image and tell me everything in it that you know that you can identify. Would you have guessed before 2020 you would know what all this means? Take a screenshot of it. Everything in this image has a significant role in their agenda. All this must be fulfilled, and it will be. Never in the history of America have we had to deal with so much at once. This is the biggest storm that has ever hit America since its existence. I'm going to explain to you why they're doing it and who is doing it. They want the world to be ran just like the Hunger Games. They are going to create smart cities and 15-minute cities all across the globe.
That's insane. This wash here is flowing at 18,000 cubic feet per second. And believe it or not, I'm in downtown of Los Angeles, a big-time flooding situation, and this is just the beginning. It's going to continue all night tonight through tomorrow. Catastrophic flooding here in Southern California.
I've been telling you for going on 6 years, get your home ready. Iraq no longer wants to sell its oil in the United States dollar. The petrodollar is done, my people. And I know that the media, and you're seeing the Super Bowl, and you're watching everybody go in and out of the everyday lives, like the economy here in America is strong. I'm looking at you and telling you it is an illusion. And let me show you why. U.S. regional banks tumble for the second straight day on the NYCB. Why is this happening? Because a commercial real estate crash is unfolding and regional banks are feeling the pain. When you study history, you know that currency resets are real. Did you know that when an eagle is about to die, it has to choose to crush its beak regrow talons, and then regrow new wings. We're in a reset. And I don't care what crypto influencer, any person trying to tell you, oh, this is such and such. I'm just being a fear monger. I've been hearing that shit for 5 to 6 years. Listen, and I don't say this lightly. Get your home ready while you can.
No, we're not gonna act like for the last 10 months. Who called it first? It's official now. They're attacking the homeless. And what did I say? Why? I said the homeless know how to survive. See, if they finna wreck the economy, right? And remember they said by 2025 you'll own nothing and like it, be happy. Well, that means you got to start in 2024. Now, what does that mean? People who've been starving and struggling their whole life, they know what to do. They hustle every day. They know how to survive. Remember, and now look up, they started coming up missing. They've been disposing of them. Now it's attack the people who gonna teach you how to survive. Once we get all of them eliminated, all of y'all in y'all nice, cushy homes, get out. No, there will be no assistance from anybody teaching you how to survive on the street. They removing them. They making it felony charges to be down on your luck in America. But migrants get $100 billion. They finna put y'all out of y'all houses. Y'all know that. If you a renter, if you are a renter in a home or you pay a mortgage, I want y'all to share this. Y'all will be the first ones put out. They finna make things to where it is. Why do you think they offering the people money in San Diego right now and Oklahoma for the earthquakes and the floods? And then if you don't accept their money, they're going to force you out. They're going to say, like I told y'all, the land is uninhabitable. Don't y'all see it coming? They giving you a chance to take the pennies on the dollar right now, right? Or we going to take it from you. Y'all don't see this happening. They doing it to the homeless first. And the renters. And then the one with the mortgages. And then possibly the homeowners.
So we seeing that we got to measure time diligently, but we seeing that these prophecies are constantly picking up. We seeing that things are being more clear, things are being manifested left and right. So we start over the title of the day. Let's go here to the second area, a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Let's go to the second area, chapter 9. Second area, chapter 9. We'll start up at verse 1. Title of the day lesson. And it reads, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. So that's what we're doing. We're measuring the time through the what? Through the Bible, through the what? Through this word, through this gospel. We seeing that, it's right on schedule, just like the Bible is saying. When you go to Matthew chapter 24, Luke chapter 21, Matthew 13, and many others, scripture would tell, you will hear of these rumors of wars, of different calamity, mischief upon mischief, all sorts of things that happen. So we're measuring it, through the scriptures. And we seeing that things are lining up just like clockwork. The Bible's a true book. Verse 2, it said, then shall thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So the Lord is visiting the world that he made. We seeing that all this flooding and all this different strange weather pattern, so all sorts of things are happening around the world simultaneously, because the Lord is visiting the earth that he created. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the Lord has not done? Shall evil be done in the city, and the Lord has not done? The Lord is visiting the earth that he created. UFO sighting, once again, are all across the world, and people are still not believing. But all the unbelief is getting ready to be a thing of the past. Verse 3 said, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. So that's what we're seeing right now. Earthquakes in diverse places, rumors of wars all over the place, nation arising against nation, and also what uproars of the people protesting, rioting, uncertainty. So people are divided. The nation is divided in what it cannot stand. So we seeing all these different turmoils, all sorts of what disorder and what confusion, left and right, just like the Bible said. Verse 4, it said, then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and the end is manifest. So when you go to that word manifest, mean obvious, more clear that we're living in the end time, real time. We're seeing that it's here. All the prophecies are speaking. We're seeing that a lot of people are prophesying. The Lord said, he will pour out his spirit on all flesh. When you go to Joel chapter 2, they will pour out his spirit on all flesh. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. They will have dreams. We're seeing this happening right before our. A lot of people are telling us about a lot of people around the world is talking about the signs of the time, like America will be attacked. They're invading forward. They're saying that Israel will be attacked. A lot of things are happening. It's all these about prophecy, and so we're seeing that we're here. We're seeing that things are being more clearer. We're seeing that we're coming upon a dark, perilous time. A time of trouble, once again, that we have never seen before. So the end is being manifest right before our eyes. And the end is near. Tribulation, anguish, sorrow, persecution, the beginning of sorrow. We're here. So let's go here to Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. One moment. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. And it reads that, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knowing that he has but a short time. So we already knowing he's getting ready to bring forth his agenda. We seeing that it's happening right before our eyes. We knowing that this digital society is getting ready to come into play. We know that what the MOTB, that grain of rice, we already heard about what Elon Musk is doing. We're seeing a lot of things that happen. We're seeing a lot of uncertainties, a lot of desperation. It's already, we knowing that our infrastructure is failing. We knowing that our economy is constantly crumbling all around us. We knowing that they keep talking about a silent invasion. We already knowing that, we have an influx of these illegal migrants. So we already knowing that they are getting ready to bring it forth, that enterprise. This new world order is right before this global reset. Hey, so whether a lot of people still are playing games, still are not considering. We already knowing that they're part of the two-third. We knowing that great tribulation period is fast approach. The devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath. Who is the devil? The modern day so-called white man, Esau, Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks of. He's getting ready to roll it out because he's knowing that his time is short. He's seeing that he's at his end. He's seeing that his days are determined, and the Lord's getting ready to return. We're seeing it happening right before us. So now, let's go here to Proverbs chapter 4. Proverbs chapter 4. Proverbs chapter 4. And I think we'll start up around, Proverbs chapter 4, and we'll start up at verse 16. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 16. And it reads that, for they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. Verse 17, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. So that's what we're seeing. So we're seeing that they're constantly in what you call these secret meetings, constantly bringing forth all these different unrighteous decrees. These things are coming upon us. They could call a lockdown or some type of mandate at any given time. We knowing that, hey man, sedition among men, invading one another, insurrection. A lot of these things are getting ready to come into play. They're causing all this. This is just, what they're saying here, for they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So, hey, man, that's spot on. Order out of chaos. They sleep not unless they have done some sort of wickedness. And so that's all they do. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. Measure thou the time, because we are living in these times. We've seen it right before our increased violence. All sorts of things are happening at a fast pace. And one thing, we cannot hardly keep up with all this because it's happening right behind us on every side. The plagues are not slacking down for a moment. Seek the Lord while he can be found. So now, let's go here to Psalm chapter 37. Psalm chapter 37. Psalm chapter 37. Psalm chapter 37 and verse 12. Psalm chapter 37 and verse 12. And it reads that the wicked plotteth against the just and gnashes upon him with his teeth. So we get ready to see that. We saw that their teeth going to their military force. Their all their different devices that they get ready to come out with, their agendas, their plan, they get ready to put all these executive orders into place. So we seeing they are constantly, trying to encamp around us. We seeing that happen every day to put us in a chokehold. They want that total control to track and tag. We seeing in this military force that when the enemy come in like a flood, that the Lord shall lift up his standard. So we know we're very close to that time. Psalm chapter 37, verse 12 again. The wicked plotteth against the just and gnashes upon him with his teeth. This talking about his military might. That military flood that's getting ready to come upon us. We already hearing rumors of civil unrest, civil war. That's what the invasion of America, the takeover of America. We seeing that, hey, that is here. That's the plot. That's the plan, the agenda. So you understand what I'm saying? We're not ignorant of his device. He's trying to get our advantage. But he's imagine a vain thing. Verse 13, the Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. So he have bounds that he cannot pass. Say, hey, man, the Lord's get ready to bring it to an end. Verse 14, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy. Who are the poor and needy? The true believers of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, the elect, and to slay such as be in upright conversation. And one thing about it, who is upright with conversation, Salaki. That is what the elect, the true believers of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua. Let's see, verse 5, it said, the sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. So one thing about it, the Lord is going to cut them off. We knowing that he has a certain time, and we in that time right now. We knowing that, we in a transition of power. We're seeing it left and right happening. So things are picking up at a fast pace. The Lord is gathering the nation. We're seeing it happening right before Ezekiel chapter 38. It's popping off the pages. Let's go here let's go here to Revelations chapter 3. We get one more and we'll close out. Salaki. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 3. And it reads, remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee. So one thing about it, that's why we got to always be watching. The Lord said he will come like a thief in the night. Measure thou the time, because we are here. We're seeing it right before we're very excited. We knowing that things are constantly picking up. We're seeing that this devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath. We're seeing that World War III is imminent. We're seeing that the MOTB is right in our face, that grain of rice. So everyone on the planet is getting ready to make a decision. Things are getting ready to get bad. If the Lord is not on your side, you're getting ready to die. So one thing about it, we got to hold fast what we have, constantly watch, pray, and be sober. The same that endure, the same shall be saved. So let's go here to let's close out in Zephaniah. Zephaniah chapter 2. Zephaniah chapter 2, we'll close out here. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. And it reads, gather yourself together, yea, gather together, O nation, not desire. Verse 2 said, before the decree bring forth, before the days pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord anger come upon you. Verse 3, seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment, seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. So we know that the Lord's getting ready to bring forth that judgment, the indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. We know that things could go nuclear at any given time. So one thing we seeing all these things are lining up just like clockwork. Like in that first video, you know, he was telling you to seek JC, but no, seek Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So a lot of these videos you have to pick out to meet. But one thing about the election will attain it. They will understand. So we knowing that we're living in the land of our captivity. We knowing that we at almost at the end of this thing. That's why we got to keep pushing. You know, we got to stay on fire for Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. You know, watching, praying, meditate day and night in his great wisdom and knowledge. You know, constantly, you know what I'm saying, doing the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Redeem the time wisely. You know what I'm saying, measure the time, you know, diligently, because we're seeing that we're here. We're very excited. Rejoice ye heaven. And we are very close. Every day something is popping off. Prophecies are speaking right now, loud and clear. And also the watchmen, the prophets, they're in the highways and byways. They're constantly making these video of pistol left and right, warning you of these impending dangers. And one thing about that, we knowing that we're sounding like a broken record, but hey, these are the times that we're living in. Also, the Lord said, warn them for me. Get on your asses. That's what we're doing each and every day through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. You won't be no excuse about you didn't hear this word. Hey, the Lord is getting ready to bring. Judgment is now at hand. We're seeing a lot of also a lot of people are dying in a great number. You know, a lot of family members are dying, you know, left and right, dropping dead. So the body count is getting ready to be great. And also the Lord said, first my judgment will start at the house of Israel. Measure the time diligently, because we're here. We seeing it. We are here diligently. Got a little tongue tag on that salak. But one thing about it is that, you know, we're living in some exciting time. We are truly blessed to be in this great wisdom and knowledge, you know. And one thing about it is that, hey, man, we are almost at the finish line. We are hastening his great and glorious return, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. And one thing about it, we knowing that what? The kingdom of heaven, it is at hand. So the title of the day's lesson, once again, is Measure Thou the Time. So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rekakadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.